My sister tried to steal my husband on my wedding day, but she ended up losing everything. And I don't mean just the embarrassment, I mean everything. Growing up, my sister Kayla always had this way of making things about her. If I got attention, she found a way to take it. If I achieved something, she'd downplay it or outshine it. It's exhausting, but I never thought she'd go this far. When I got engaged to Daniel, it felt like I had something that was finally mine. He wasn't flashy or dramatic. He was calm, loyal, the kind of man who made you feel safe just by being around. And weirdly, Kayla didn't seem interested. No jealousy, no passive-aggressive comments, nothing, which looking back should have terrified me. Because silence from her usually meant she was planning something. About 2 weeks before the wedding, Kayla suddenly flipped. She got involved in everything, helping Daniel with the prizes, texting him constantly, even insisting on meeting him alone to coordinate details. At first, I ignored it. I didn't want to be that paranoid bride. But then one night, I saw a message on Daniel's phone from Kayla. Soon, she won't see it coming. My stomach dropped. When I asked him about it, he smiled and said it was about a wedding surprise. And I believed him, because I trusted him, and because I didn't want to believe my sister was capable of something worse. The wedding day came and everything felt off. Not visibly, but underneath, like something was about to go wrong. Right before I walked down the aisle, Kayla pulled me aside. She leaned in and whispered, "Are you sure he loves you more than he loves me?" I froze. But before I could respond, she walked straight onto the aisle, in front of everyone, and said, "I need to stop this wedding." The room went silent. She turned to Daniel, smiling like she'd already won. "You don't have to pretend anymore. Tell her the truth." For a split second, I thought she was right, that maybe everything I ignored was real. But then Daniel did something I didn't expect. He didn't go to her. He didn't hesitate. He walked straight past her and came to me. Then he turned to everyone and said, "She's been trying to break us up for months." And just like that, the entire energy shifted. Kayla laughed like it was ridiculous, but Daniel pulled out his phone and started reading messages from her, manipulated screenshots, fake conversations, flirting that turned aggressive when he rejected her. Even plans to expose him at the wedding if he didn't leave me. The room turned on her instantly, guests whispering, my parents in shock. Kayla's confidence cracked. "This isn't real, he's lying," she kept saying. But she couldn't explain the evidence. And then something happened I didn't expect. She turned to me, not angry, not defensive, just smiling, and she said, "Fine, you win." Win? My stomach dropped, because suddenly it didn't feel like I had. Then she added, "But you should probably ask him what he didn't show you." Everything went quiet again. I slowly turned to Daniel. "What does that mean?" And for the first time all day, he hesitated, just for a second. But it was enough. My chest tightened. "Daniel," he sighed. And that's when I realized there were messages he didn't read out loud. Because while Kayla had been trying to steal him, he hadn't exactly pushed her away at the beginning. Not completely. Not right away. We didn't finish the ceremony. Kayla was escorted out, crying, laughing. I couldn't even tell anymore. And Daniel kept apologizing, saying it didn't mean anything, that he chose me in the end. But that wasn't the point, because in that moment, I realized something terrifying. My sister didn't destroy my wedding. She just exposed a crack that was already there. I didn't get married that day, and I don't speak to either of them anymore. Not because she tried to take my life, but because for a moment he almost let her. If you were me, would you have forgiven him because he chose you in the end? Or walked away like I did?